It's Expedition 6, Day 3, and I'm in Puerto de la Cruz, nice little town by the seaside on the north side of the island. I'm here for a few reasons. One is that I took the wrong bus. I was trying to get to Icod, but it's not bad because I wanted to go here anyway. There's a very important collection of artifacts in the museum here, and since I'm in town, I guess I'll drop by. So I didn't check the time that the museum is open today. It's now 2 o'clock, and they close between 1 and 5 for siesta, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do right now. Look for some pyramids. So it's pretty sunny. No wonder it's siesta time. I'm waiting for a bus to go to Icod, and I decided to go for a walk, and I found this nice lime kiln. Yeah, you can see it's in a bit of a state of disrepair, but not in bad shape overall. Gaily bedight, a gallant knight, in sunshine and in shadow, journeyed long, singing a song in search of El Dorado. But he grew old, this knight so bold, and over his heart a shadow fell as he found no spot of ground that looked like El Dorado. And as his strength failed him at length, he met a pilgrim's shadow. Shadow, said he, where can it be, this land of El Dorado? Over the mountains of the moon and in the valley of the shadow. Ride, boldly ride, the shade replied, if you seek for El Dorado. I'm in Icod. I thought it would take me an hour to get here. It took 4. The sun is gonna go down. I'm walking through a banana plantation. And why am I doing that? Well, this was also a menseato, a very important one in pre-colonial Spanish times. And here, like in Guimar, we can find some very interesting things. Holy fuck. Shit. That's quite something. Oh, wow. That's pretty impressive. So, if the pyramids were actually for clearing stones, it raises a lot of questions. Why do they have such steps and clearly defined architecture? Why are they in certain places? Something really, some sort of really big animal at the base of this pyramid. Why are they in population centers? This wall is pretty tall. Good thing I have a camera on this stick. Wow. Can't really see anything, even with the stick. So Icod is a very interesting place. It was the first place on the island where people lived, according to archaeological finds. There's a legend that 60 people came here and started living in a cave by the sea. And they did some digging there and found some bones and other evidence of habitation dating back to the 6th century BC. And the Guanches say that that's how they got to the island of Tenerife. That's where they came from. They started living here. And it became a very important place. It became a menseato, and one of the main centers of population. There's still quite a large village here, the village of Icod. There are a few pyramids here. There's the peak of Mount Teide, the tallest mountain in Spain, the sacred mountain of the Guanches. And over to the left of it, there should be another hill. I think it's currently obfuscated by clouds, but it's sort of a plateau called Agua Mansa, and I believe that's where the solstice sunrise occurs in the winter. I would have liked to see that, but there's no way in hell I could have been here in the morning. It took me 4 hours to get here. And even then I wouldn't want to walk on these tiny rural roads in the dark, waiting for the sun to come up. But still, I'm glad I came here and got to see this. It's weird, it has steps, but only on some sides. The back looks eroded or like collapsed, or someone took the stones from that section and used them to build a wall. It's not really clear. The mountain is truly spectacular. Interesting graffiti. Interesting graffiti, some kind of map. Yeah, don't know what to make of that. Looks like someone describing their morning routine on a certain day. Where they went, what they did. You know, I was just thinking about that pyramid I just showed. Had steps on one side, but not on the other. And on the other side you could see that it was just made of dirt, not really big rocks or anything. And that's kind of strange. If you were a farmer trying to clear rocks from your field and you decide to make a giant pile of rocks, wouldn't it be made of rocks and not dirt? The dirt that you need to grow your crops in. It just has big rocks on the outside to keep the dirt together. But that means that it doesn't exist just to be a pile of rocks. It's a pile of dirt with rocks on top to give the shape, which suggests it has a different purpose. Okay, well, I climbed up pretty far. The balconies in Icod are fucking magnificent. They're all over the place. Lots of this really nice Spanish colonial architecture. Fucking gorgeous. So I'm in the park of the Drago Millenario. That is the millennial dragon tree. The dragon tree is a very special tree. Of this species, there's only a few hundred known living examples on the planet Earth. The ones that are in the Canaries are spread all throughout the Canaries, and then there's a few examples of this tree also to be found on the island of Pico in the Azores. The tree doesn't grow like a normal tree. It doesn't have wood like a normal tree. And the way to count how old it is not through its rings, but through the divisions of its branches. Roughly every 14 to 16 years or so, the branches split. And in this way, it's possible to count how old it is. And this is the oldest known, no, it's the oldest living dragon tree in the world. The dragon tree is a very special tree because of its sap. It produces a red sap that was used traditionally by the Guanches for a variety of reasons. It was used as medicine. It was used in the process of mummification. It's part of the embalming process. They would create a mixture of herbs and things, and then rub it on the dead body to preserve it. It was also used by Stradivarius when he was conditioning the wood for his violins. And it's used for a variety of other purposes. The dragon tree is called the dragon tree because it doesn't have normal bark. It has skin, like a dragon, they say. And there's an ancient myth, I believe, about Hercules fighting a dragon in the Hesperides, which are these islands at the edge of the world, where he had to go to accomplish some of his Herculean labors. And he fought a dragon there that had, so like a hydra, it had many heads. And when he would cut it, the blood would fall, and from that blood would grow the dragon tree. It was a very mythical tree and known throughout the Middle Ages as a very special thing. Oh, I'm in La Laguna right now. I was so tired today I could barely speak when I was at the pyramids, so I forgot to mention some of the things I wanted to say. But one of the things was that in the cave in Icod, they found evidence that the Guanches from a very early period in time were cultivating beans and grains and cereal, wheat, barley, and that sort of thing. So they had agriculture from the start. And they found evidence that they had irrigation as well. So the thing is that if you want to have agriculture on the Canarian Islands, you have to clear the land, you have to make those fields, you have to do something with the rocks. So there's no reason why they couldn't have built those pyramids themselves. Yeah, so like I said, I'm really tired. I'm still not even in Santa Cruz. It's like 10 o'clock at night right now. So one thing that I will leave you with is a bunch of footage of the wax sculptures that I saw today. I'm a great fan of wax sculpture.